Here we go. All ones. Today we're cooking red beans and rice. What you're gonna need are red beans. These are dry red beans I washed and soaked overnight. Soaking them overnight will help them cook faster. Minced garlic, Cajun seasoning. I made this Cajun seasoning myself. If you're using a store-bought Cajun seasoning, you might want to forego salt, but I don't put salt in my Cajun seasoning, so I'm going to be using salt today. Andouille sausage, made that myself. Tasso. Tasso is a Cajun spiced ham made from a pork shoulder. Made that myself too. Trinity. Trinity is onion, bell pepper, and a few stalks of celery. Rice, and some chicken stock, because water doesn't have flavor. Our first step is to put our meat in. So we're going to render out the fats in this so we can cook the Trinity in it. So you don't need much out of this. All you really want is to render out enough fats so you can saute your Trinity. And as always in Cajun cooking, you want that little bit of brown stuff to stick to the bottom down there. That'll be browning and it'll add some extra flavor to your dish. So over here we've rendered it down enough. We got some good browning on the bottom of the pot. We got a good amount of fat in there, just enough to, like I said, to cook the Trinity. So we'll get one of these things, and we're going to take it out. Make sure you get all that, kind of shake it, get all that fat out, because you really want that to cook the Trinity in. And the Trinity will deglaze the bottom of the pot. And that browning, like I said, will add a lot of flavor to everything. And it's okay if you don't get it all. You're just going to throw it back in anyway. So, throw your Trinity in. On my spoon. Throw a little salt in there. Not much. We've pretty much deglazed the bottom of this old Magnolite. I got a little bit in the corner down here, but it's coming off. So now that the Trinity's almost cooked, we're going to add in the garlic. Let that cook up a bit. And your pot will still deglaze while you're cooking the garlic, so you want to put it in right before you're completely deglazed. You don't want to overcook your garlic, otherwise it'll get bitter. While that's cooking, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to drain these beans. You're going to lose a few of them. It's all right. There's a whole pound of them in here. There we go. And just flip you over this way. Throw our beans in. Throw our meat in. Get it around a little better so you get a better look at this. It's all a good mix. And you're not really sauteing beans, you're just kind of mixing them up. Throw your chicken stock in there. You can use water too, but the problem with water is it doesn't have flavor. Chicken stock does. And really what you want to do is you just want to cover it up. Cover everything up, and you're going to put this all on a low simmer. Now you see that I didn't have enough chicken stock to cover everything up? You can just throw in some water like I'm going to do right now. There you go, perfect. Give this all a good stir. So we're going to put this on a low simmer, and we're going to let it cook for, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours. We're also going to throw in some Cajun seasoning. Note, I have not put any salt in this yet. Because the thing with beans, if you put salt in them before they're cooked, they'll get tough. The skin will. So you want to do the salt very last. But if you put the Cajun, if you're using a store-bought Cajun seasoning, wait until your beans are cooked, then put the Cajun seasoning in because it has a lot of salt. This is one of the reasons I don't put salt in my Cajun seasoning. So when I cook red beans and rice, I can just throw the seasoning in. It'll help season everything as it cooks more. So I get more flavor out of it. Just brought it up to a boil, so we're going to bring it down to a low heat. Get a little stir. And we're going to skim off all these little, that's the fats cooking out. Going to take that out. That's pretty easy to do. That's about it. So here we are. We've got it skimmed off. Got a lot of those fats and oils out of there. And we're going to let this just kind of simmer like this for 3 or 4 hours. Let everything cook down and mix together and get that good flavors all together. And you want to come in maybe every 30 minutes or so. Just give this a stir. Make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. And you get a lot of reduction in it too, which is good, which will concentrate all the flavors in there. I've had this going for about 3 hours. I stir it about every 30 minutes. And it's starting to reduce down to right about where I want. See how the liquid is no longer covering the top? So what you want to do here is add your salt. Add about a teaspoon or a tablespoon. That should be good. And while you're doing this, you want to smash some of these beans. And that'll add a creaminess to all this stock, which red beans and rice is known for. Just smash them along the side of the pan and on the bottom. And all the starch from those beans will start to thicken everything up. And I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. I like mine extra thick. Alright, I've let it sit, and as you see, it's thickened up quite a bit after smashing up those beans in there. And we're done. It's a real simple dish. Just gotta take it low and slow to get good red beans and rice. And we'll serve this over a bed of rice. And over here. Show you what it looks like. Just kind of mix it up a bit. Get some beans and rice, and I'm going to burn my tongue yet again. Yeah, that was way too hot. Oh my God, that's good though. Well, there you go. Red beans and rice.